KREM 2 News at Noon begins now.
The City of Spokane voted to accept a grant from the DOJ. The Spokane Police Chief sharing how officers will be using this money.
And it's been quite foggy across eastern Washington, but today we finally start to see the fog depart, but not so much the clouds overall.
And coming out of Snohomish County, where they declared a measles outbreak as more cases have popped up in that area. We'll explain. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti. You heard from Thomas just a second ago talking about the fog moving out, but the clouds sticking around. So let's get a check on the weather. Hi, Thomas.
Yeah, hey there, Laura. And I'll say it this way, don't call it clear because it's not. It's definitely very cloudy, but the visibility has cleared up. I've not seen any foggy concerns across the inland northwest right now, but this layer of cloud cover above our heads is very thick, and it's just standing a couple hundred feet above our heads, but it's not on the ground, so it is not fog. So no issues with the visibility. We've let our weather impact alert day kind of go, and we're just in for what is kind of a typical January day here. Cloudy and cool overall. There's your current temperature. I have actually not seen the temperature budge 1 degree all morning long since I got in before 4 a.m. It's just been 30 degrees all morning here. And honestly, if the cloud cover like this just does not budge, I have no reason to think that our temperatures will budge at all either. And there's that live look over downtown Spokane. You can probably see just kind of around the green screen behind me that it doesn't look all that much bluer either. But yeah, no fog at the very least here and not very much wind. So things are just calming down in terms of any weather impacts. It was nasty yesterday. It was pretty bad a day before as well. Today, though, here are the visibility reports, and most of this looks pretty good. Again, not clear skies, but clear visibility for anybody hitting the roads. Yeah, there's maybe a little bit leftover moisture over the West Plains of Spokane County, but no issues at all for the fog.
The Spokane City Council voted 5-2 on a $1 million grant from the Department of Justice. The grant will go to hiring more police officers. However, it does come with some conditions. Council members held a special meeting to talk about their concerns, and one of them was about the requirement to turn immigration state records to the federal government. Spokane Police Chief Kevin Hall says he understands the public's concerns and fears with accepting federal help, and he does want to reiterate this will not change, he says, how SPD operates.
There is this idea that somehow this makes us immigration officers, or we become under the heel of the federal administration, and we'll have to do things that are against our values and against the values of the Spokane community. And that is absolutely not true. This grant changes none of that.
Chief Hall says the new officers will help crack down on gun violence and improve community policing strategies. He also assured the council if another executive order is passed that Spokane does not comply with, his department is prepared to potentially pay back the money and absorb the cost. The city of Spokane will also have to match 25% of the $1 million being awarded. The full Washington State Senate will now hear the bill to ban law enforcement from wearing face coverings. 27 state senators sponsored the bill, including Senator Marcus Riccelli, the representative of the Spokane area. The bill would not be for officers who are undercover or for SWAT officers wearing protective gear. Senators who support the bill say they want to increase safety and transparency, and it's not just for immigration enforcement. Opponents say the bill overlooks the officer's safety in the line of duty. And another bill up for debate in Olympia would set new requirements for anyone running for sheriff in Washington. Senate Bill 5974 would add some new requirements for elected sheriffs and appointed police chiefs, including expanded background checks, minimum experience standards, and oversight by the State Criminal Justice Training Commission. Supporters say the bill would improve accountability and professionalism, while opponents argue it would take away decision-making powers from the voters.
If somebody runs against me, for example, if I'm not doing a proper job for my county, I can be ousted out of my office by someone that the constituents believe is more qualified or will do a better job. There is a process here that already exists.
Now, State Senator John Lovick is the chief sponsor and a former county sheriff and state trooper himself. He says that's not the case.
When the sheriffs really think about it, and they needed to speak today, but I think they're going to look at this and say, Isn't this what we are about? Aren't we about accountability?
Senate Bill 5974 is currently in committee. Now, it should be mentioned a similar proposal, House Bill 1399, was introduced last year but did not advance out of committee. Snohomish County has declared a measles outbreak after 3 new cases were confirmed in unvaccinated children. Now, this outbreak all stems from a family that was visiting Washington from South Carolina over the holidays. Health officials say the 3 new children infected were all exposed to that specific family. Symptoms of the measles could look like a cough, runny nose, fever, rash, and red eyes. Health experts say the best protection against measles is getting vaccinated.